talking about stuff in life, University of Arizona, a girl, she T-bones me on the scooter. She picked me up in the air. Oh, she hit me square. And she picked up the scooter. And when she finally stopped with the vehicle, the scooter, because of my athletic ability, I kept it balanced. The reason I went down is because when she hit me, she bent the front wheel, the housing for the front wheel, and it turned just a little, and then it seized, and I went down. And then I had to control myself. I was flying towards a curb, big curbs, fast speed, flying across the ground, sliding on my back and ass across the fucking ground. And I controlled my slide with pressure and turned myself away from the curb so I didn't fucking hit it. And thank God I had my backpack on my back, full of books. When I hit the ground, my head went back, but it hit the backpack, not the cement. I would have cracked my skull open. So I was lucky I had all those books in and my jeans on and shoes. I went home to change for study group. I was in sandals, shorts, and a t-shirt. She hit me going, I would have been fucked. All that fucking skin would have peeled off me. But lo and behold, you know what the first thing she thinks of? She doesn't ask me, and this is how I held girls on the pedestal. You know, I held them in a special place. What does she say? She's like, oh, my dad's gonna kill me. I can't put this on my insurance. Can you do something? Can you tell the cops not to give me a ticket and let me out of this? And, you know, I'll just pay you a little bit of cash. I'll replace the scooter. And I'm like, she goes to the University of Arizona? I'm like, sure. I'm like, okay. And I talked to cops out of giving her a ticket. She didn't even get a ticket. The two officers listened to me, and they didn't give her a ticket. I didn't take her insurance. They did instruct me, I don't think you should do this. Truly. And they did instruct me not to do it. But, you know, I hold girls in that special place after she almost fucking killed me. And she comes over. She doesn't check out if I'm all right. Not one word about caring about if anything happened to me. All she cared about was my father's going to kill me if I put this on my insurance. Meaning, her father's not literally going, her father's just going to scream at her for her stupidity. And that's all she's worried about. Never once did she ask me if I was any. And then she gave me staggered checks, a couple $100 over months. I couldn't buy another scooter. She graduated in May. She left the university. She never paid me for the scooter. And all that time, I had no transportation. Couldn't get to and from school. Had to take the bus. Couldn't get a job to earn extra money. I was unemployed because of that. My friend Todd Morgan, to maintain my pledgeship, he would come by and pick me up and drop me off. And that's the only reason I finished my pledgeship. But fuck me royal. And also destroyed my grades for the semester. And then all this happens, and I call my sister, ask her for $100. Another girl. And you know what my sister says? Drop out of school. Pack up your stuff. Buy a ticket. Fly home now. Leave your roommate. Drop out of school. Flunk all your courses. Just come home now. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. And she's like, okay, well, whatever you do, that's on you. And I get off the phone, I go onto our balcony, and I sit on the ground in the balcony because it's, one of those walls where, the adobe walls, so I can sit low so you can't see me from the other balconies. And I sit outside, and I'm sitting down with my knees bent, and I put my head in my hands, and I'm just crying and crying and crying. But I did everything right. I treated everything right. I went beyond and above for this girl who almost killed me. Didn't give a fuck about me. And I'm sitting there, but I don't do anything wrong. I work my fucking ass off. I do everything right. I try. What the fuck? And then I watch all the evil people get everything. I watch Dion and Iggy's. And if you fucking erase any image, you fucking die. He sells cocaine out of his restaurant. He marries the hostess. I like the hostess. He ends up marrying her. Now, she had some teeth issues. They were a little bit crooked, which was a detractor, which is why she couldn't get a better boyfriend, and it is true. If she took care of the teeth issues, she would have been a knockout, and she would have taken Dion. She would have had many other male solicitors taking care of that issue. But because she didn't, she had less male solicitors. It was a turnoff. So Dion sells cocaine out of his restaurant Iggy's. Shitloads. And the restaurant goes down, but he's washing the money through the restaurant. That is tax fraud. And then I watch him. The restaurant goes down. Then he gets Harry's Velvet Room. And again, he can't operate, and probably moving a lot of drugs through that restaurant. And it goes down and ends up as Billy Deck's. They came in, purchased it. Then he's doing a lot of coke, and he's with this girl, another girlfriend. He got married to the girl. His hostess, she opened a restaurant, Toast. It's very good. She divorced him. They had kids. She finally got rid of him when she became successful, not putting up with his shit anymore. So he gets another girlfriend. He's riding on a motorcycle. He accelerates it while she's on. Why? Have not the least idea. Why would you accelerate it? Well, when he hit the gas like that for, showing off, she flies off the back and cracks her head. He stops, sees her, and decides to drive away, leaving her there to die. Good Samaritans see her, call the ambulance. She had a cracked skull. Her father swore to destroy his life. Well, that didn't happen. Then I see Dion with my friend Ross coming out of this Russian bathhouse. And I'm like, what are you up here on Division for? And he's like, oh, I'm looking to start another place. Really? You're starting another restaurant? Bar? Yeah. Because people keep on giving him money. And what does he open? Iggy's again on North Avenue. He gets another place. Oh, he gets another girlfriend too. And I watch. And then in my small group, this girl I helped with her father with her golf club thing, introducing him to a friend of mine who owns some golf courses. And then her sister's on Moody Radio, and talking about how she stuck through her husband through thick and thin, who was a huge embezzler. He embezzled. They had nice houses and cars because he was embezzling big time from the firm. Big time from the firm. And the reason they had nice house, nice cars and that wasn't because of salary, because he was stealing the majority of all his income. He gets caught. He goes to jail. They have to move in with the parents. She does with her kids with the parents. And then she talks about standing by her man during incarceration and how they kept the family together. And this is on Moody. And how she stood by him, and, unbelievably, through this, he knew he was setting the family up for a great fall. If he ever got caught, the wife and children would be screwed. He didn't give a shit. He just kept on stealing, and then he ended up getting busted, losing everything. They had to sell the house, everything. And they moved in, and now she's on Moody talking about sticking with him. And then she sticks with him through all of prison. He gets out, and they're, moving forward as husband and wife. And I'm thinking, wow, I'm busting my ass with Jen, doing everything I can, going through an extreme health issue. I'm busting my ass. I'm working 7 days a week. Busting my ass. Righteous work. Busting my fucking ass. And she leaves me because I threw out some birthday cards that she gave to me. And my birthday cards and other cards that I gave to her, she threw away after a period of time. I saved them. But she threw all of mine away. So I go to throw them away, and she says, if you throw them away, and she was correct, the relationship is over. And to me, that's a test. You're going to choose the cards over me after all I've done for you? And I've done great things for her. I busted my fucking ass. All I've been through, I could have dumped her at any time and been with a better girl. So now that I'm going through this crisis and my options are cut off and I need you, before I could have left you easily. And I had all kinds of successful, beautiful female suitors who were way better than you in their life, their position, their standing, way more income, way more wealth, way more everything. But I choose you. And I turned them all down. And it was pouring solicitations from all kinds of girls. All kinds of girls all over. Girls I loved in high school, in college, you name it. They were all over me, trying to get me to dump her and date them. Get rid of her, come with me. And I turned them all down. I never told her about them. There was no point. I'm faithful to you. I love you. I plan for this life and eternity with you. So now that everything's taken out and I'm at my lowest point in my life, you decide to kick me to the curb. Not to TLC me, tender love and care, but to throw me out the fucking door. And I get to watch all this go on, and all these people fuck each other over, and then they move on to new girlfriends or new boyfriends, new marriages, new jobs, new careers, new successes. And I'm plowing through the good fight, and everybody fucks me over in every possible way. In every possible way. My old girlfriends, Sarah, Michael Wynn, macked her using drugs, took her away. She fucking left me. And when I was on vacation with her, she dumped me and went with him. And then I had to continue to work with her downtown at Dave & Buster's. And I would say hi and bye and so on till she transferred out to be with him in Maryland, Virginia, a new Dave & Buster's. And they both worked at Dave & Buster's, doing a lot of drugs and a lot of alcohol. And they both destroyed their lives in that way. But that's okay. He gets another girlfriend. He was my roommate. Dumps a girl, gets another girl, dumps a girl, gets another girl. No big fucking deal. So, she does this to me. How many people have been on vacation with their girlfriend and have them get macked on by their roommate and then dump them and then have to come back and work with them? Then I go and date Sharon, and I asked her, I'm into this relationship, and I asked her, so, would you marry a Christian? And she tells me no. She's Jewish, but I'm Christian. We're dating. I'm the only reason I'm in this is because of marriage. So you're telling me you can't marry me as a Christian? She said no. So I said, well, then there's no reason to be in a relationship. And she's like, yep, you're right. The funny thing is, she goes back to her boyfriend who was a Christian, and she marries him. She broke my heart. But this goes on and on. Like Michael Moriarty, the girl I dated liked him instead of me, second semester at Benedictine. And she was good with me when I was leaving and that. I went over to see her while she was sick, and I said goodbye to her, and she spent a little time, but basically couldn't wait to get me the fuck out of her life. And this goes on and on with girls. Fucking me over in the workplace. Michelle Foley, my boss. She screwed me over at Vanguard. She's from Chicago. But this goes on and on, my mistreatment. And then I have to deal with male homosexuals. And then I tell my roommate about inappropriate touch. And, I'm in nightclubs and I don't know these people. It's not like an intimate massage. They just walk up and grab my ass, the homosexuals. And my roommate, Michael Wynn, says, it's all good. Just take it as a compliment. I wanted to kick the shit out of them. But I get homosexuals inappropriately groping me, and homosexual breaking into my house, sitting on a chair waiting for me to get out of the shower. I come out, and there's Tom sitting in a chair outside my door. He broke into my house. So I get all this shit, and I work through things, and I do the right thing. I stand behind my sister and my brother and my mother and my friends, and I fucking bust my ass, and I help them out with every fucking issue. And when I get sick or in a financial stress, they leave me. They abandon me. And this goes on from my whole life. Everybody throws me the fuck away. So why wouldn't you think that God said, I'll kill all of the motherfuckers? Anyone who mistreats you, and I warned you in 16, and I believe every tailgater, every motherfucker is going to die. And everybody that supports them is going to fucking die. Meaning when they die, they're going to burn in fucking hell for the shit they've done to me, the deception. And they do it. They sell me the fuck out in a heartbeat. And I wouldn't take money to sell anyone out. Like I was in a deal with Raquel, and somebody wanted to cut her out to make more money for us. And I said, no. In all these transactions, I've been there and stood up, like at my firm. All these people took clients that were firm clients, converted them, then took them to Resource Brokerage or another brokerage that was outside, not because they couldn't get the product inside, because they wanted all the commission on these big cases, because they screwed over John Hancock. They screwed over Singapore. They screwed over Michigan Financial, Nick. And they willingly did this. That's selling away. See, when you're a fiduciary and you have to sell it because it's in the best interest of the client, they can't stop you. But they didn't do that. They did it because it was more money. So they circumvented. And they did this numerous times to pad all their pockets. And so I'm with this, and I get into partnerships like with Tim Mann and Jim and many others, and I'm busting my ass weekdays, weekends, putting everything together, and I do all the work, and they do shit. And then they abandon me. Tim Dempsey, you name it, GCG, I'm fucking busting my ass 7 days a week. I'm busting my motherfucking ass. I'm in at GCG every Sunday working. No one ever comes in. Once Arnie and his brother came in to clean up their office. But no one's there on Sunday. I'm working on Sunday, putting together market stuff, presentations, and everything else. Truly. And I'm busting my ass. And Donay took my market with chiropractors. My idea, my market from Singer Practice Management. And then I see her later. She's highly successful. Lots of chiropractor clients. I brought her in. It was all my idea. Howie, a friend of mine who is a chiropractor in Atlanta, talked to me about Singer Practice Management. But it was all my ideas. I brought all these people in. I get terminated, and they make a fucking killing, a fortune. Their careers go through the roof. It's like Jen. She was going up, and after she leaves me, same thing. And God watches. As I bust my fucking ass and do everything, I'm spit on by the fucking federal government, the state government, the county government, the local government, spit on by the fucking police, spit on by the fucking citizens, spit on by everyone. And then I watch them give out to the refugees, which I helped. And then they give sanctuary cities to the illegal. And they're standing up for all these people. They're standing up for the gay people, the LGBTQ. They're standing up for the abortionist. They're standing up for people that are on death row. All these people standing up for all these people doing things that are incredibly wrong. And they're there for them and standing up and fighting their ass off for them. But me, who does everybody right, I get fucked over and disposed of. My partner, David Kudo, if you knew him, you could talk to him. He saw it. And he couldn't believe how everybody fucked me over. I bring all kinds of things like Asha, the thing with the NFL. I bring it to Matt Butkus. And his charity is failing, the Butkus Foundation, as Asha pulled the tax returns. And she's pissed that he didn't take our offer. He tried to extort us. We gave him a good fucking deal. And she's like, the charity has nothing. He's done nothing for the charity. It's fucking bullshit. And you could say maybe he's doing tax fraud and using charitable money just for himself so he can do all these things. But she looks at the tax return and she starts railing on him left and right. How fucking dare he turn down our offer? What a piece of shit is he? And I agree, from the tax return and everything we brought him. And it was to save NFL players, NBA players, from going bankrupt. We were going to work with the NFL, start a charity, and work with the NFL to make sure that no player would ever see bankruptcy again. Starting with the NFL, which had some of the highest rates. And then moving on to other professional sports. Showing them ways to manage so they are never poor again. So they never go bankrupt. So we wanted to solve the NFL's problem of these players playing and ending up with nothing. Not rich, but belly up like Refrigerator Perry. And he came to Old Orchard Shell when I was working there. And basically, brief interaction, he lost everything, went bankrupt. No legitimate advisor, no one advising him correctly. People ripping him off. And he ends up in poverty and bankrupt because no one gave a shit. And then I watch all these entertainers as they steal all their money and fuck them over, like Oprah's first financial advisor. He stole from her, screwed her over. But he didn't go to jail, and I watch all these people walk. And she didn't mention his name or anything else. But his second one showed her to watch the checks, to sign the checks, to watch the payroll, to stay on top of where your money's going. And then he invested for her and made her a fortune in his investments outside of Harpo Studios. Diversified her. Taught her everything correctly. I don't know his name or I'd mention it. But I watch all these shitbags do all their things and everybody feels so fucking sorry for them. And then me, no one feels sorry. No one repents to me. My brother Carl and them, they refuse to repent. And it's sickening to me. But who is it more sickening to? And this comes to my statement about God hates your fucking guts. He hates all of you. You don't know true love. You don't know commitment. You don't know ethics. You don't know shit. So don't tell me you know love. Because I watch, like my friend H. Allen, I'm sitting with him at dinner. Or over lunch, actually. And he's like, yeah, my wife just left me. I'm like, what happened? Economic downturn. And I asked her, she's got a college degree, to work part-time to help out with some of the bills. And when I asked her to get a job, she said, I'm divorcing you. I didn't sign up for this. So he said, okay, I moved out. And I gave her the house. Why? So my kids could stay in school. I didn't want my kids to have to move. I didn't want to force the sale of the house. So I took it on my chin. Let them stay. Let her stay. Not taking any turbulence. I don't want a nasty divorce and pull my kids through a nasty divorce. So he capitulated to her. Gave her the house, paid the child support and everything, took it on the chin for his children, not for her, so his children didn't have to experience the nastiness that he ended up being in a bad marriage, married the wrong person. Unlike David, when times get tough, his wife goes to work for the church immediately. And David gets his health insurance and 401k investment, 403b maybe, and they're investing in that. And she's bringing in extra money, taking the pressure off. And David didn't want that, but she insisted, stepped up right away. She has a college degree, and she did an excellent job with the church. So when it got hard, she stepped up. When it got hard, where was Jen stepping up for me? Fighting for the relationship. And I prepared her for years and told her it would be one day, you'll have to fight for this relationship to see if you truly value it. And I told her all that. And she told me, don't worry, I won't fail you. When the test comes, I'll fight for this relationship through thick and thin. I love you. I'll be there for you. I'll battle for you. I'll battle to keep this relationship. I promise you. I've never broken a promise in my life. I swear to God, I'll be there for you. I won't betray you. And what does she do? Betray me. So it's interesting. Every fucking day I'm betrayed. People stabbing me in the back, pissing all over me. And all these fucking shitbags, everybody weeps and cries for them and gives them everything. Second chances, third chances, fourth chances, fifth chances, 20th fucking chances. And they cry for them. Oh, how horrible for you. How horrible for this. I go at work at Handyfoil, and I can't even feel my hands. And I go to my supervisor. He's a white guy. I go to my supervisor. I can't feel my hands. Can I do another position? Can you rotate somebody in so I can get some feeling back? He's like, no. Get back to the line and finish your job. So I do. I go back to the line and I have to work around figuring out how I can maneuver, and I didn't miss. I kept up with rate, filled the pellets, mirror boxing and putting on pellets, and I did it and worked my whole fucking shift, didn't complain. And I couldn't feel my hands. I had no fucking feeling. But when I went to them, it's like my high school when they pissed in my helmet for months and months. I complained to the coaches. I complained to the captains all over. My brother knew. No one did shit for me. My brother didn't threaten them. He didn't step up and tell them, I'm going to beat the living fuck out of you. He didn't step up for me, but as a little kid, multiple times, every time I stepped up and was there, and I took the pounding for him. I put myself in front. I stood up when he was weak. But that never happens for me, and people keep on shitting all the fuck over me. So this is like a daily fucking thing. And I'm down here with diabetes, neuropathy, missing teeth, arthritis, tinnitus, everything else. And every week I run out of fucking money. And then I gotta be told, when are you going to get a job? When are you going to be productive? We can't wait till you go back to work. We can't wait till you get back together. Better. Well, it doesn't seem like anyone wants me to go back to work and have a life. It doesn't seem like anyone wants me to get better. It seems like you keep on fucking me. Because you're selfish, greedy, narcissistic. So you'll throw me the fuck under the bus and give it to all these other people who haven't done shit. And you will lie about what they've accomplished. You will paint them as exceptional. Like the Olympic athlete, the female who has these children. Fuck you, she does. I know genetics. There is no fucking way that she produced those children. So don't give me the fucking bullshit. She could have adopted them, and that's fine. Or been fostering them, that's fine. But tell me she bared them, fuck you. I don't believe you. And that makes you disgusting and filthy to God. He hates your fucking guts. End of video.